Hello, and welcome to the 8th episode of the Talos Principle. Us, being an industrious little robot, has managed to go through and collect all of the sigils. But that is not the end of our journey. We still need to collect 3 stars, as I've last counted. And they're all from the first 3 worlds. No matter. I have no major discussions, well, the first star is here. I've collected it already. I had to reset because I got stuck on the World 2 star, fumbling around like an idiot, and had to reset. I have no major points of philosophical discussion today. Instead, I want to discuss the channel in general. This is a bit of a filler episode, so I don't think there's too much that will be missed. Not this one. The reason I started this channel is because there's a niche of Let's Plays this is one, that I don't think is getting as much interest or content as I think it deserves. And that niche is informative Let's Plays. One's made where the person has gone through the game already and generally knows what they're doing. And with that, they're able to talk a bit more about the game itself and its mechanics, or in this case, the ideas behind the game. There's a lot of Let's Plays where it's the person's first time playing. They're completely new at it, and what they want to do most is just crack a few jokes. And there's nothing wrong with that. It certainly has its audience. The largest Let's Players on YouTube are basically that. Reaction, jokes, and first impressions. But if you want to see the world change, then you should try to be the change you want to see in the world. I'll ramble on some more about that, but I want to discuss this star, which is actually ridiculously hidden in my opinion. As it turns out, this isn't broken. You just need a different thing in order to read it, a QR code reader. I'm not exactly a fan of that, because every other one of these QR codes you find in the world, I say as I fail to find another QR code here, has a message with it. So my impressions of that one is that it's just broken, a game glitch. If you use a QR code, it has a bit of text from the Apollo 11 landing. The Eagle has landed, a bit about the tranquility of it all, and it includes a string of numbers that when you convert to hexadecimal, reads July 20th, 1969. July 20th, or 7/20, is when the moon landing actually took place. And then you have these pillars here with numbers. That's 12, dumbass. There we go. So it should be 7. The other stars require a good use of their mechanics or just being an eagle eye. This one is the only one that requires some outside input. Now maybe I actually don't know if there is a hexadecimal converter in the game or a QR code reader in the game. But as far as I know, there isn't. So I kind of think it's a bit cheap that there's a puzzle in the game requiring something outside of the game necessary to really solve it. I was saying earlier, I would really like there to be more informative commentary, and I figure I might as well be part of that change I want to see in the world. Why not I go around and make my own Let's Play and talk about some of the things that interest me? I certainly spend enough time pacing around my room, rambling to myself about various subjects, as well as rambling to myself while driving around. Why not ramble to an audience? How I'm going to go... Oh, if you don't give a shit about the rest of the channel, I'm just gonna try to find a hidden item up there. See that little floppy disk? Oh, bloody hell. You know where it is, so if you want to grab it yourself and not watch me fumble around and ramble, feel free to do so. Get out of here. No, how I've done these levels before was I would play through the sigils, and then normally then I'd go and read the terminals and ramble on some more after that, and then I might collect the recordings that Alexandra left behind. This is a bit difficult. And then, maybe then, I'd call it an episode and bid you all goodbye until the next. It's not the worst way to do it, but I think it could be improved upon. There we go, perseverance pays off. So instead, my new plan is I'm going to collect the recordings, which in this level was over here, if you remember, or do the terminals first. Then I'll go through the sigils and ramble on there, and if possible, collect the stars as well. The reasons I think this will be better is because there is some stuff to respond to with the recordings, and there are stuff to respond to on the terminals. All those letters and text logs and even the conversations we're now having with the Milton library assistant. That will let me say everything I need to there, and probably provide a platform to start the main discussion on. And for the rest of the game, I'll go around still being productive and not hopping around endlessly and randomly, so that the video might be a bit shorter than they otherwise were, because they are a bit long considering that I go into these stages mostly knowing what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with the paint. I apologize. I'll just say it there. Go in mostly knowing what to do, and then finishing everything and having so much more to say, but so little time. But since, let's see what the floppy disk has. These are the standard messages, but these kitten images are, well, know how the cover has the robot petting cat? I've always wondered what the meaning behind that was. Perhaps show a human aspect of the machine that has some sort of affinity towards small, adorable little animals, just as humans do. As far as I know, it was never really explained. There aren't any animals in the game. You don't run across a dog or a cat. At most you see holograms or other robots. So I guess those little kitten pictures there are an Easter egg. And I've said we've now done everything, including collect all the stars, but that's not entirely true. What's this? Certainly no getting through here, but there is an entrance. And this little area I peeked into last episode of 1-4. Which I am unable to utilize. There are still some sigils, it seems, that I need to get. One last. Think that has not made me a bit paranoid about missing a star. You're wrong. It seems to me all the stars that are collectible here have indeed been collected. So just to be an awful tease, I will end the episode here. And the next, you'll head up here on this elevator to land unknown. And see what other trials and tribulations Elohim has to offer. Thank you for watching. I hope that the ideas I put out about the different way of going through the level seems good to you. I know this isn't very professional or even well done Let's Play. This is my first, and it's been a learning experience throughout. Perhaps one day, when my channel is a bit bigger, and I have more videos of more games than just the Scorn demo and Talos Principle, somebody could watch the latest video, and then watch one of the earlier videos, and see a tremendous difference in quality and interest. I certainly hope it is a good difference. Until that day comes, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.